Students, in our previous lecture, I have explained you that what is cell and what are tissues. Cell, I have told you that it is the structural, functional and basic unit of life. Okay. Then I have told you that if we collect cells or if we have a cluster of cells, then it will form tissues. And we can define tissues as a group of cells that are similar in structure, and we can say they work together to achieve a particular function, forms a tissue. Okay. And we were discussing in our previous video that the plant tissues and animal tissues are not of same type. I have explained you that the requirement of plant and animals are different. If we see their differences, that plants are stationary, or we can say they are fixed at one position. Okay. Then they don't move, they only show movement at one place, means they do not show any locomotion, whereas animals can move from one place to another in search of food, in search of their mats, or in search of their shelters. Okay, for that they required more energy as compared to plant. So the tissues which are present in the animals are mostly living, although most of the tissues in plants are dead, which generally give support to the plant or tree. Then if we see another difference in animal and plant, then they have the difference in growth of in pattern of their growth. The plant can abruptly show growth in any side of the plant. For example, it is showing growth in root, in branches, in stem, in leaves, in fruit, in flower, whereas we have a particular growth in particular region of our body. If we talk about animals, we have only few sides where the growth can be seen. If we talk about some complex animals and some complex plants, then they have different structures and different work. And we have discussed that when we add cells, they will form tissues. And if we add tissues, then it will form organs. And when organs are connected, then it will form a organ system. And when many organ systems are collectively taken, they form a organism. I think up to here everyone is clear. Now you can give the answer of the question that what is tissue and what is the utility of tissues in multicellular organism. Okay. Now let us talk about what are plant tissues. Simply you can say that plant tissues are the tissues which are present in plant. So first type of plant tissue which we are going to read today is meristematic tissue. We can say these meristematic tissues are also called dividing tissues, or they are related to growth of a plant. Here activity 6.1 was explained that we have taken two glass jars and filled them with water. Okay, after filling water in both the jars, we have taken two onion bulbs and put them one by one on each jar and observe the growth of root both for few days. Then what we saw that the length of roots are increasing day by day. If after some time, if we cut the root tips of one onion, then what will happen by 1 centimeter? And then what will happen? Then at the same time, they will show the growth after some days. What you observe, that the tips which were cut in jar 2, they will not show much more growth as compared to jar 1. What happened to the tips of that? That these tips are having meristematic tissues, or we can say the growth of plant have certain specific reason, and these reasons contain meristematic tissues which are located on some specific part of the plant. Like if we see the root tips and shoot tips of plant, then they contain meristematic tissues, and such the tissues present on the root or shoot tips are called apical meristematic tissue. Okay, apical means the tissues which are present on the tips of stems and root, and then they show increase in the length of stem as well as root. You know that whenever a plant starts showing growth, it show its growth with the help of root and shoot. And if such type of meristematic tissues were present on this, then they will show extreme growth inside the plant. Now, second meristematic tissue present in plant are intercalarial meristematic tissue. What do you mean by intercalarial? Means the tissues present on, we can say, on the internodes of stem and branches. Therefore, it was given the name intercalarial meristematic tissue. Whenever there is a growth in between these two parts, then this growth is seen nearby the node. Okay. Then third type of tissue, that is called lateral meristematic tissue. What do you mean by lateral? Lateral means related to grip. Grip, we can say breath. Breath or grip are the name given to the plant which show the increase in their breath or grip. Okay. So the grip of the stem or root increase due to presence of lateral meristematic tissue. So today in this lecture, we have studied that plant tissue contain meristematic tissues, and these meristematic tissues are of three types: apical meristematic tissue, intercalarial meristematic tissues, and lateral meristematic tissue. Apical meristematic tissues are present on root and shoot tips of a plant. Intercalarial, they are present on the nodes, whereas lateral, they are present, they are responsible for the grip, increase in the grip of stems. So they are called lateral meristematic tissue. So I think up to here, each and every part is clear to you all, that how many types of meristematic tissues were there and what will happen if we cut the roots of onion, why it will not show any growth. So till then we have completed this. So thank you. Have a nice day.